Hey guys, Shivam here from Pi Classes. So today we are going to talk about our next topic in this series, which is creating and dropping table. In this video, we will learn how to create and drop table, and also in the end we will also do some practical of it. Moving to our first topic, create table. The SQL create table statement is used to create a new table. Creating a basic table involves naming the table and defining its column and each column's data type. This name table can have n rows and m columns based on the need or requirement. The basic syntax of creating table statement is given below. Create table, table name, then opening parenthesis, column 1, data type 1, column 2, data type 2, column 3, data type 3, and so on. And here we have defined primary key, which can have one or more columns, and then closing parenthesis and semicolon to terminate this query. So here is the example of creating table. Here, the column parameter represents the name of columns to be included in the table. Similarly, the data type parameter represents the type of data columns can store. So, what is primary key here? As you can see in the previous example, we have defined student ID as a primary key. So basically, primary key uniquely identifies each record in a table. Primary keys must contain unique values and cannot contain null values. A table can have only one primary key at a time. And in this table, this primary key can consist of single or multiple fields. In the above example, student ID was the primary key. So moving to our next topic, drop table. The SQL drop table statement is used to remove table from the database. The basic syntax of drop table statement is given below. Drop table and then table name, then semicolon to terminate the query. So we should be careful while using this command because once a table is deleted, then all the information available in that table will also be lost forever and it cannot be retrieved again. So here is the example of dropping an existing table named customers. So drop table customers and semicolon. So let's have some practical now. So here we will see that how can we create a table and how to drop that table as well. As you can see, I have MySQL Workbench software opened up and I have connected to the server right by typing in my password. Now in the text editor, we will type our queries. Now first, I am going to use the TestDB database to create a table called students. So I will just type use TestDB database semicolon and just run it by simple pressing Ctrl plus enter. So you can see in the action output we have successfully executed the use testdb query. Now we can use the database. So now we will create our table named students. So for creating the table we have to just write create table, then table name students, then opening bracket, then we will put all the columns name here like student id which is of integer type, then comma, then student name, then its data type, its length, and then comma. Now we have to just type our next column name, which is parent name, varchar 255, comma. Then our next column name is address, varchar 255, brace, comma. Then put the last column name, which is phone number, which will be of integer type. Then we will define our primary key, which is student id. Then we will put closing brace, then put the semicolon to terminate the query, and then just run it by simple pressing control plus enter. So you can see on the action output our create table query is successfully executed. So to see the table we have to just refresh it in the object browser. So as you can see the table is created here. Now if we want to drop that table, we have to use the drop query, which is drop table, then table name students, then put the semicolon at the end, then just run it by simple pressing control enter. So you can see on the action output drop table students that our query is successfully executed. So that's it for the today. Now we will jump to our quiz section. Now let's show put your knowledge to the test. So there are basically three easy questions related to this video. So pause the video and try to think of the answers. I think you have chosen your answer. Let's see if you are right or wrong. So these are the right answers. So that's it for the video. In the next video, we will cover our next topic.